right, a mighty fine good evening to everyone. I'd like to welcome you inside the St. Louis Park Rec Center for Junior Varsity Boys Hockey action today as the homestanding Benilde St. Margaret Red Knights take on the Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars here in non-conference, or I believe conference, boys action here today. We're about 2 minutes away from start of the game. Well, I'm going to welcome you in. We'll get ready here. We'll be started here in just a moment, so thank you all for tuning in. And we are ready to go here from St. Louis Park. All right, welcome back here to the St. Louis Park Rec Center. We'll get things going here in just a minute. So let's meet the team for Jefferson. They're going to start Ryan Stetz, a junior, in goal. And then it looks like starting for the Jaguars at the wings are going to be number 10, Colton Gansky, and number 9, A.J. Wong. And the other wing is number 14, Naya Rothenberg. At defense will be number 12, Gordy Gambold, and number 6, Grant Doken for the Jaguars. For the Red Knights, it looks like it's going to be starting at the wings are number 38, Mitchell Dockman, and number 25, Quinn Shieldsman. Defense, they're going to start number 29, Nate Grazik, at number 5, Ben Thompson. And the goalie that's going to start for them is number 1, Sam Schumacher. As we are now ready to get things going here from St. Louis Park Rec Center. The Benilde St. Margaret's Red Knights are going to be in their clad in their white jerseys with the red helmets and red breezers. Jefferson in that familiar Columbia and navy blue combination to the hockey world. And here comes the opening faceoff, won by the Red Knights and played back. And the Red Knights in with it right away. There's a attempted by Ryan Guerin, not able to pull the trigger. Went back with it. There's number 2 for the Red Knights. Don't have him on our line chart. Red Knights trying to work it around. Back out to the D. D. That must be Ben Thompson, number 2, because they have him listed as a starter. He's out there with number 29 and Nate Grazik. Grazik gets it up, works it up here to Dockman. Dockman tries to go over. He checked off the puck nicely there by Grant Doken for the Jaguars as Jefferson tries to clear it out. They can't, and now they do. Out to the neutral zone anyways before it's played back in by Leo Warner. Warner drop pass, stays onside. This is Bjorn Leverk. And now back the other way come the Jaguars with it. It's Colton Gansky. He had it off, knocked off his stick, and now the Red Knights go the opposite direction. Coming with a full head of said Gianti. Gianti with it, stops, surveys. It's checked off the puck, kept alive though by the Red Knights. They're going to try to go backdoor pass, no one home. And the Jaguars clear the zone. Coming back the other way now, Ryan Seaver with it. Seaver gets it up, and that's going to go down the length of the ice. No icing, it was touched by the Jaguars. And now back the other way, 44, and that's Ryan Seaver holding the line for the Red Knights here. And they're back out now to the neutral zone. Gianti has it over to number 33 there. The Untoughed unable to keep it in. And onside though, they don't touch up in time, so it's offsides. 12:57 just underway here. From St. Louis Park Rec Center, we encourage you to stick around. We'll have the varsity game for you as well between these same two clubs. Back behind the net now. The Red Knights try to clear the zone. They're struggling to get it out here a little bit. With it now is Gilbert. And he had it off his stick. Now coming back the other way to Red Knights. Red Knights rink-wide pass to Wickner. Wickner has it. He's going to take a shot, but it's blocked by his own guy. Intercepted by the Red Knights. It was intercepted there by Grazik. Grazik's going to send it down off to the side of the net. And the Red Knights try to clear. Jaguars try to clear. And they do. Coming in with it, Nolan Fetzer. Can't get to it. Good play there by Schumacher to clear it out of danger. Move it up here to Quinn Shieldsman. Shieldsman takes a shot. Saved by the glove there. The Jaguar goaltender. As they keep working it around. And now back the other way come the Jaguars with Gansky, but they're offsides. So they'll force the Jaguars to recoup and touch up. Gansky goes hard into the corner. Jaguars keep control momentarily. Now it's lost off the stick. Leo Warner there to pick it up for the Red Knights. He's going to lob it out to the neutral area and in. Taking it in is Mitchell Dockman. Dockman still has it on his stick. Now it's off his stick, and with it is Guerin, and a shot and a save there by the Jaguars goaltender, Ryan Seitz. Jaguars had it. Now they lost it. There's an opportunity. Now it skates through the middle of the ice. Kind of the dangerous area of the ice in the offensive zone for the defense, but no harm, nothing done there. Vanilla player hits the ground. Jefferson with it with Ringquist. And that's going to go down for icing with 10:13 remaining in this, the first period. Been a pretty well contested and tight game here for the opening portion of this one. Jack Runman taking the face-off for the Red Knights. And he lost it back to the Jaguars, but they come in offsides with 10:06 remaining. Get things, trying to get restarted here. Taking the face off and winning it are the Red Knights. They get it up, but into the neutral zone it goes to Charlie Gilbert of the Jaguars. Played back down for the Jaguars. There was Logan Bong. Back the other way into the attacking zone are the Red Knights. They do a good job there stepping up and playing it back. Ryan Seaver doing a good job stepping up, keeping the puck in the zone for the Red Knights here. Miscommunication there in the pass. Goes back and grabbing it there is Theo Toft for the Red Knights in the neutral zone, intercepted. Rauschenbach sends it in. And picked up and controlled now. Here's a 2-on-1 forming for the Red Knights. Good passing shot, save there. What a great save there by Ryan Seitz in goal for the Jaguars. Rebound comes out there, another one. Seitz had to make a couple big plays, and he came up big both times there. Keeping this thing a 0-0 hockey game. Working it around are the Red Knights now. Centering pass. Shot goes, another blocker save there by Seitz. Mill really applying the pressure here. 8 minutes remain in the first period. This period's gone by pretty quick so far. And now working it around in their defensive zone are the Red Knights. Jaguars applying a little bit of pressure here, doing a good job of it. Can't quite hold the line there. And now it's into the neutral zone, picked up there. And it's Ringquist with a shot. And Schumacher with the blocker save. Pad saves it and blocks it away. Into the corner. Now the Red Knights try to clear the zone, and they do. Into the neutral zone. And they would be offsides. And they have to touch up. And they do. They touch up. Playing the puck there is A.J. Pauley. Now back the other way are the Red Knights. Tried to sneak it in back door there, did Gianti. And another shot sent wide. There, Mason Baldwin there to play it. Baldwin and it passes it back to Giotti there. Trying to work it around. The Red Knights doing a really good job passing and making the goalie work. There's a backhand shot just sent wide of the goal mouth area. And now out to the point. Here comes Thompson. He's going to do a nice little pass with his defensive partner. As they try to work it around, do the Red Knights still. There's a shot up and out of play into the stands here. front, loose puck, still not covered up yet. Benil turns, fire shot. Oh, just missed there to the Red Knights. Another opportunity here for the Red Knights. They keep it in, working the puck around. There's a shot, glove save, but it comes right back out. Red Knights another shot, another one. Just 2 shots sent wide. Can't quite get his stick on it there. Good passing though by the Red Knights. There's an opportunity shot. Ooh, another nice save by Seats there. 5:24 remains. Here another shot, and Seats deflects that one up and into the netting. Another save here is Seats getting tested early and often here by this Red Knight squad. Working it back now. Here's an opportunity for the Red Knights. Out in front, he gets taken down, and we got ourselves a penalty against Jefferson. And it's going to be a hooking call. Going to the box, Gordy Gonbold. 2 minutes for hooking with 4:54 remains. Clock hasn't started yet, now it does. And the Jaguars send that one down.
Minor penalty on number 12, 2 minutes for hooking.
And offsides as they just can't quite stay on. Just a half a step offside there, and that's gonna lost them now back the other way. Here comes Jefferson, shorthanded opportunity. Colton Gansky, nice pass. Shot saved there by Schumacher. Schumacher's made a couple of nice big saves too for the Red Knights power play opportunity there. Tried to do a little toe drag stick handle move, couldn't quite do it. Now they try to fire it in. And sent down the length of the ice by Rauschenbach of the Jaguars. With 4 minutes remaining here, just kind of cruising along here. And another one sent down. That's going to go on net. Schumacher's going to have to play it. He'll play it in, but the Jaguars are right there. The Jaguar player falls down as he's shooting. And now back the other way come the Red Knights as they try to get it out of the zone. 38 seconds left on the man advantage. And a penalty there on interference. I believe they called it on the 41, which is, Gotti. And they do. It's going to be an interference minor penalty. .326 remaining here in the first. 4-on-4 for 32 seconds.
Minor penalty on the Red Knights, number 41, Gio Gaddy, 2 minutes for interference.
Gaddy down 2 minutes for interference. Coming back the other way with it now, and the Jaguars are offsides. 13 seconds left, 4-on-4. Red Knights get the face off, and they send it down into the corner. And that'll kill the Jaguars penalty off. And they'll go on an abbreviated power play for 1 minute and 28 seconds now. Jaguars on the power play with it now is Ringquist. Ringquist gets it over, then tipped up there by Reed Ringquist. Jaguars working around an abbreviated power play, so you kind of you speed things up sometimes, maybe a little bit. It seems like when you have a quick into power play to try to get things going. Intercepted into the neutral zone. With it now is Guerin. Steps around, couldn't quite pull the trigger though. With a short-handed bid there, and for not 40 seconds left. Here's Jefferson with it. They can't quite pull anything out there, and now the Red Knights back the other way. And Allen Jefferson with it. Little passing around. Both teams full strength now as Benilde kills off their shortened abbreviated penalty kill. Both teams 0 for 1 now. Here comes Jefferson. Shot. Good jumping block save there by Schumacher. Off of Colton Gansky's stick. There's another shot. That's sent just wide of the mark by Tyler Johnson of the Jaguars. They're on. Shots just missed high there by Nolan Fetzer. Working it around here are the Jaguars. Another one, nice easy save there for Schumacher with less than a minute remains. About 40 seconds left in the first period. And Schumacher will wisely cover up. 36.2 seconds remaining here. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in for this one here on MNHockey.tv. Benilde St. Margaret's Hockey brought to you by Fortis Academy. Right here on MNHockey.tv, one of the original 6 teams that MNHockey.tv brought to you. It was Benilde, Holy Angels, Edina Boys and Girls, Eden Prairie, Minnetonka, and Hopkins. Trying to work it around here are the Red Knights. They can't do it, but they keep it in now momentarily. Now Jefferson gets it, but one last opportunity here, and they won't get a shot off. So after one period complete, it's one period in the books, and it's 0-0 between Jefferson and Benilde. All right, everybody, welcome back here to St. Louis Park in between the first period and second period. Here, shots on goal. It's Benilde leading in that category by a shot total of 12-4. Each team has a penalty, and neither team able to capitalize on their power play yet. Each team 0 for 1. It was Gordy Gallenbold 2 minutes for hooking, and it was Gino Gotti 2 minutes for interference so far. And that's your first period summary. Nothing much going on yet. We'll be back with the second period here in just a couple minutes. All right, everybody, welcome back here. Getting ready to get things going here for period number 2 of this one between Bloomington, Jefferson, and Benilde. After one, it's 0-0. And here's an opportunity now for Benilde. They work it around. Jefferson has it now. Just wide of the mark. Out in front, it's taken up. Now here come the Red Knights out of it. And then opportunity out. Good passing shot. Safe there. What a save there. We'll see if we can get a look at that one here. And see that. Look there. Good save. Benilde has it. They're working it around. There's a shot. Backdoor shot. Score for the Red Knights. They get on the board first. And it's 1-0 here for the Red Knights. Now taking a face-off here for the Red Knights, it's going to be A.J. Pauley. Face-off going to be won by the Jaguars. They're going to work it back around. With it there, Bjorn Lervik. And end-to-end now are the Jaguars. And cleared out briefly.
Scoring for the Red Knights.
Thank you, John, as we turn things over to me. And a shot saved and held on to. 1-0 Benilde St. Margaret's here early in the second period. Goal from Quinn Schliesman putting the Red Knights ahead. Along with John Sands, I'm Patrick Loya. It's a pleasure to be here with you from the Rec Center this evening on a Saturday night doubleheader. Loose out in front. Backhand shot is still loose. They score! And the Red Knights quickly able to extend the lead out to 2-0. It's Kieran Wickner on the goal there, and the Red Knights extend their lead, quickly making it 2-0 here in the second period. The Knights will set up in their own zone. This one played ahead toward Mitchell Dockman as it's pushed into the offensive zone. Ryan Guerin on the near side. Guerin centers it, and a shot high and wide of the net by Mason Baldwin as it comes down toward the near side. 12:30 to go here in the second period. 2-0 Red Knights leading it as a shot just tipped wide out front as they almost got it through to Mitchell Dockman in front. Jaguars nearly able to bank that one through for a 2-on-1. The Red Knights trying to carry it back in. They'll push it up into the far side corner. They'll cycle it through the far side corner. Drop back into the corner. Knights kick it back to the point. There's a drive, and that's blocked. That goes off the arm of Dockman out front. The Red Knights able to hold on to it as a shot blocked out front. The Jaguars get it ahead to Colton Gansky. Gansky, though, as he tried to get this one ahead for Aiden Ross. Down toward the near side. It's Cody Ringquist. Get to Gansky. Gansky, though, has this pocket picked by Baldwin as Baldwin plays it around. The Knights work their way through center. 3-on-2 into the offensive zone. The shot blocked. With 11:10 to go here in the second period. 2-0, the Knights leading it. The drive blocked and played up into the netting with 10:58 to go here in the second period. Face off, loose in the far side corner as the Jaguars, a nice bank pass ahead, but that made contact with somebody in the bench. It was Ringquist, who looked like he made a pretty nice play, but they hit the Red Knight bench, so we'll have another face off deep in the Jaguar zone. Face off, able to be held by the Red Knights, but then the Jaguars get it back out to neutral ice. As Leo Warner has it poked away from him as he battled with Tyler Camuel. Red Knights back in their own zone with it. It's intercepted by Ringquist. Ringquist with a shot save, and that turned out to be a very dangerous play. Sam Schumacher making the save on the Ringquist drive. Another shot blocked and gathered in by the Red Knights, and they'll work their way 3-on-2 back the other way. Vince Ferris. Ferris with a shot saved and held onto. 10:08 to go here in the second period. Face-off comes down toward the near side. Ten minutes to go here in the second period. 2-0 Red Knights leading it. The Jaguars trying to work their way out to neutral ice, where it's taken back by Guerin, sent into the Jaguar zone, and that'll result in an offside. 9:44 to go here in the second period. The Red Knights ahead 2-0 over the Jaguars. It will be held by Ryan Sievers. It'll work its way up into the far side corner. Nice job here to take it away by Dockman. Dockman tried to slide this one through, was just out of reach of Quinn Schliesman, and a shot that might have been saved as it goes into the far side boards. The drive tipped wide of the net. Look for a blast that was blocked in front from Seaver. Seaver trying to fight through the corner. It comes loose in front as it's poked away by the goaltender down to the near side. Under 9 minutes to go here in the second period. 2-0. The Red Knights with the lead. The Jaguars bank it off the glass, back out through neutral. And that'll go for icing with 8:37 to go here in the middle period. Face-off played up into the far side corner. Run around back toward the near side. The drive is saved into the glass from Baldwin. Loose in front, they score. Maybe that'll be Jack Olson getting credit for the goal. It'll be Gino Gaddy. My apologies. It's 3-0 Red Knights. Face-off controlled by Baldwin. Baldwin into the offensive zone with it. Baldwin drops it behind him to Gaddy. Gaddy still with it. Gaddy tries to drop it to Baldwin. It's just off over his stick. It's played back up through the far side corner.
Scoring for the Red Knights at 6:36 of the second period, number 41, Gino Gaddy.
Gino Gaddy with the goal, and that puts the Red Knights ahead 3-0. Here's a takeaway into the offensive zone. All the lowest, Ringquist. Ringquist, backhand shot, they score. Colton Gansky actually on the takeaway, and the Jaguars are on the board with a breakaway goal from Colton Gansky. It's 3-1. Now, Gansky, we saw make some nice plays earlier in this period. He's able to generate the turnover and the breakaway goal to get the Jaguars on the board. As the Red Knights control the face-off, and then losing it and then overskating it was Ringquist. It's on the stick here of Camuel. Camuel, though, can't control it. back on the Red Knights through neutral ice. Into the offensive zone, here's Warner. Warner will cycle it through the corner around the net where it's cut off behind the cage. Centering feed is knocked away as it comes back to Warner. The drive that's saved and sent back out to neutral ice. Ryan Seitz making a save there. It's back out in the Red Knight zone where Warner sets up behind his own net. Back out through the neutral zone, that'll be an icing with 7:03 to go here in the second period. Face off deep in the Red Knight zone. Face-off comes down into the near side corner where the Knights get it back out to neutral. 3-on-2 the other way. Here's Guerin into the offensive zone with it. Guerin with a shot and a save by Ryan Seitz. He drops it off behind him, and the Jaguars back up ice. For the neutral zone, here's Charlie Gilbert. Gilbert can't work his way, though, around Theo Toft. It comes down into the near side corner. I just want to say hi to Theo Toft's grandparents watching from the Tidewater area in Virginia. It's flipped back through neutral ice and into the Jaguar zone. Cleared out by Jefferson, and that'll be an icing with 6:16 to go in the second period. Jaguars play it around their own net toward the near side. Where it's able to be held and played up into the far side corner by Graychick. The Jaguars able to spin their way out. And they'll work the other way, 3-on-3 into the offensive zone. As Gansky tried to drop it behind him, the Red Knights able to gain possession. With 5:50 to go here in the second period, 3-1, the Red Knights leading it. The Red Knights scored the first 3 in the game. The far side, a shot that just goes wide down to the near side corner. 5.5 minutes to go here in the second period. 3-1, the Red Knights keeping that 2-goal lead. The Jaguars get it back out to neutral ice where it's picked up there by Graychick. Graychick trying to get it ahead to Baldwin. As Baldwin able to play it into the offensive zone where Gansky will battle for it in the corner. And he's able to get it up toward the far side. Quickly carried through neutral for a shot wide of the net by Jack Teskey. The Knights will play it back around the net with under 5 minutes to go with a quick shot from the near side by Grant. Dockin was saved. It's down toward the near side. Another quick shot and a pad save. And back out to neutral ice where Dockin will throw this one back in deep. Four and a half minutes to go as they try to stuff it under Shoemaker, and he's able to get on top of it. As some scuffling breaks out after the play. Yeah, that's likely going to result in some penalties as a couple of players end up on the ice. We had one set of coincidental minors out of that. Coming up next, we'll have Jefferson against the Red Knights on varsity. It'll be coming up about a half hour after the conclusion of this game. It looks like the Jaguars are going to come out with a power play from this. Quickly, the Red Knights able to come through shorthanded into the offensive zone, but Guerin has it taken away as it's played ahead by A.J. Wong deep into the offensive zone.
Jefferson, number 22, Tyler Campbell, 2 minutes for roughing. For the Red Knights, number 34, Kurt Wickner, 2 minutes for roughing.
Reed Ryquist has this one poked away the end of the bench, and we'll have a face-off with 4:01 to go here in the second period. 3-1, Red Knights leading it. They got the first 3. All 4 goals in the game have come here in the second period. Face-off played up into the far side corner, where Wong trying to play it out. It comes to the blue line. The drive that's saved by Schumacher. The rebound comes down into the near side circle. 2-on-1, shorthanded the other way as Dockman into the offensive zone. Dockman with a nice pass, but a great job to stretch out and to get in front of that pass by Ringquist. The Jaguars poke it back through neutral as Ryan Seaver plays it back into the offensive zone. Here's Dockman. Dockman with a great move, a backhand shot, and somehow that was able to be saved by Ryan Seitz. What a great save by Seitz. As Dockman just looked back in amazement. We'll have a face-off in the Bloomington Jefferson zone with 3:28 to go here in the second period. 3-1, the Red Knights leading it, and a brilliant save from Seitz, keeping it 3-1. Face-off played up into the far side corner. Rolls off the stick. Comes back up to the far side corner. It will be held to the point by Ryquist. He'll play it along the wing side. The Knights able to take it away. Stretch pass, though, out of the reach on the back door of A.J. Pauley as it comes down to the near side. 23 seconds to go here in the power play. 2:45 in the period. Swept out to neutral ice as Gordy Gombold will play it up toward the near side and into the offensive zone. It's dropped back to Gansky, and he'll shoot one that's poked aside with the stick. Gansky with the breakaway goal as the power play comes to an end. A breakaway attempt possibly the other way, but a great job to catch up to this one by Gombold, and anyway they score. Ryan Guerin had a step in, and Guerin able to put the Red Knights ahead 4-1. So Guerin with the big goal there, and that restores a 3-goal lead with 2:09 to go here in the second period. Banked off the far side boards and up out of play with 1:56 to go here in the second period. So Guerin putting the Red Knights back on top by 3 at 4-1. Up on the far side boards, it's pushed into the Red Knight zone offside. We have a neutral zone face-off with 1:45 to go here in the second period. Red Knights able to play it back out as the Jaguars flip it back in. Red Knights will play it around through the far side corner with 1:25 to go here in the period. He's able to be held by Seaver. Seaver still with the puck. Oh, what a nice move. Seaver with a shot save and a rebound. It's picked up by Tyler Johnson and cleared for icing with 1:09 to go here in the second period. Along with John Sands, I'm Patrick Lilia, wrapping up the JV side of the action. Coming up about a half hour after the end of this game, we'll have Jefferson against the Red Knights varsity. The drive blocked and then just tipped wide out front. With under a minute to go here in the second period. We picked up in the corner. And a hit put on behind the net. It's flipped up along to the far side point, and then a shot that's blocked and played back out to neutral by Kieran Wickner. Pushed back into the Red Knight zone with 35 seconds left in the period. Drive knocked down in front by Jake Runman. He'll drop it up into the corner, play it along. It's backhanded into the neutral zone. The shot saved by Shoemaker. 15 seconds to go here in the period. It's carried in by Vince Ferris. Ferris with a shot saved by Seitz with 6.6 to go here in the second period. Face-off played around the net up toward the far side as the period comes to an end. The Red Knights score 4 times in the second period, and they will take a 4-1 lead into the second intermission. You're watching MN Hockey TV coverage of Red Knight hockey. We welcome you back inside the St. Louis Park Rec Center. 4-1 rather, Benilde St. Margaret's after 2 periods as the Jaguars carry it around their net. Along with John Sands, I'm Patrick Lilliot. It's a pleasure to be here with you. John doing the, he likes to call it the first in MN Hockey TV history, producer, engineer, camera, and color commentary.
Yeah, we'll see how it turns out. It's a first, though.
It is the first. John should get paid for all 3 of those jobs he's doing over there. He's working harder than any of us.
I don't know. I think Pete's working pretty hard today, too.
Oh, yeah, but he's not here, so he doesn't count.
True.
As the Red Knights work their way through neutral, they play it down toward the near side. Played along back into the offensive zone as Ringsted was trying to work his way around. Red Knights from their own end once again as it's sent ahead. And goes off the stick of Gino Gaddy. Gaddy, who has one of the 4 goals in the game. Schliesman, Wickner, Gaddy, and Guerin. Well, that second goal officially credited to Wickner. We gave it to Vince Ferris, but the official scorer is giving it to Kieran Wickner.
I think we had something different, too. And then they gave a goal to Gaddy that we thought was to someone else, too.
Indeed, so maybe they got to pick up maybe they got to wake up over at the scorers. No, we're just kidding. If you guys are listening, we know you're probably not, but in case you are, wake up. No, we're kidding.
Well, it's not them. It's the refs, you know. It's been, and I've noticed it a little more this year. I don't know if you've noticed it, but a lot of changes being made to scoring this year, like after the fact, after the refs say stuff to the scorekeepers.
I guess I haven't really noticed that much, but then again, I'm just kind of dialed in. I'm not really that particularly tuned into some of the other stuff going on down there. And back come the Red Knights through neutral ice and into the offensive zone. On the far side is Jake Runman. Runman from the corner. Poked through the slot, sent up for the far side. Runman will chase after it. Posed by Jackson Blackstone as it's played down in front of the net. And now up toward the far side. 12:35 to play here in regulation. 4-1, Red Knights leading it. Have the varsity game coming up next between these 2 schools. A good hit put on in the corner there by Ferris. It's a drive wide of the net as it's tipped away. It's played out through neutral ice. And we'll go for icing with 12:15 to go here in the second period.
I tell you something though, Patrick, you missed a good one before this one, that girls game between Benilde here and Hill Murray. That was Lucy Hansen, a natural hat trick, and it only took her about 2 minutes or a little less than that to get it done to seal that victory. So, I mean, you missed a good one here.
Yes, I did. I watched a little bit of that. I saw Hill Murray was ahead 2-0. That was like the last I got to peek in as I was doing a game as well earlier as a drive will go wide of the net down to the near side. Game that certainly didn't quite have that same level of excitement to it that this one does, or that girls' game did. Under 12 minutes to go here in regulation as it's played back out through neutral ice, and that'll be sent back into the Red Knight zone. 11:45 remaining here in regulation. And poked ahead toward the red line where Dockman into the offensive zone with it. Dockman, though, can't get through the defender in front of him. Loses the puck as it's played back the other way. 2-on-3 for the Jaguars as it's taken back here by Seaver. Seaver then at the red line as it's taken back by Ringquist. Ringquist into the offensive zone. He'll lose it behind the net as it's played back up into the far side corner. Ringquist can't keep it on his stick. We'll try to get this one ahead to Dockman, but it's out of his reach, and that'll be an icing with 11:11 to play.
I tell you, though, you look here, you look at these two teams, there's just a little different feel when these two teams get together. It's, especially that Columbia blue and navy blue, that iconic look for Jefferson when these two teams Benilde more recent, though.
The Red Knights play it around the net, back toward the near side, into the corner. About to hit the 4-minute mark of this final period. 11 minutes to play as the Red Knights through neutral ice. Here's Gaddy into the offensive zone as he's checked off the puck by Gordy Gombold. And for a blast, that'll go just wide of the net, though, from Nick Graychick. Was almost able to grab that one and go off to the races was Camuel. Through neutral into the offensive zone. Here's Kyler Dawson. Dawson with a shot blocked. The Red Knights back out at neutral with it. They'll gain the offensive zone. Almost able to thread this one through to Gaddy. It's banked through the corner around toward the near side. 10:23 to go here now in regulation. 4-1 Red Knights leading it. It's Gaddy with it. Gaddy with a shot and a save by the goaltender Ryan Seitz as it's back out at neutral ice. Get it back over to Gaddy. So Gaddy will play it ahead into the offensive zone for Baldwin as Baldwin pushed down into the near side corner. The puck works free along the near side as the Jaguars trying to stretch things out a little bit, but it's taken away there. And carried back in by Leo Warner. Warner with a shot high and wide of the net off the glass. Comes over toward the near side. As the Red Knights will play it back in with 9:45 to play here in regulation. 4-1 Red Knights leading it. All 5 goals in the game coming in that second period. Red Knights getting goals from Schliesman, Wickner, Gaddy, and Guerin. And the lone Jefferson goal from Colton Gansky that made it a 3-1 game when that goal was scored. It's Ferris. Ferris around the net. Tried to center it out front, but it snuck through down to the near side. Stretch pass out of reach, and that will go for icing with 9:10 to go in the game. 4-1, Red Knights leading it.
A little different feel to this period here. Jefferson down 3, but they don't seem like they're out of it. They're controlling it even though they're on the defense most of this period so far.
As Bart Archer would say, only 3 good shots away as the Jaguars trying to push it through neutral ice. The Red Knights back into the offensive zone. They slide it down toward the near side. Oh, just on the back door. They almost got it back to Guerin to shoot at an open net. Just played around the net, back toward the near side corner. The Jaguars get it back out through neutral as it's played in deep by Aiden Rathsaband. Under 8.5 minutes to go here in the final period. Stretch pass tipped up toward the far side. That took kind of a funny hop going into the neutral zone. Going out of the neutral zone, excuse me, as the Jaguars have it back out at neutral ice. Guerin sending it over to the near side, and Schliesman into the offensive zone as he got it to Dockman, who shot it over the net.
There's a great pass in there by Benilde, opening up that free guy.
8 minutes to play in regulation as another shot well high and wide of the net. 4-1, Red Knights leading it. The Jaguars with it back out at neutral ice. As up the left wing is Logan Bonney into the offensive zone. Bonney got knocked off the puck. A shot wide in front of the net. Backhanded in front where it's knocked away. Comes down to the near side corner. 7.5 minutes to play as we pass the midpoint of this third period. Laid down toward the near side. Where Bonney with it. Bonney will play this one through the neutral zone. That'll be icing with 7:16 to go in regulation.
You know, after that, it looks like now Benilde's got a little bit more of a spark now after that near goal they had. Granted, they've been more physical, but Jefferson's kind of been controlling that. Even like I said, even though they're playing defense most of the period, they're still controlling where Benilde's going.
Absolutely. So the Jaguars, who are still down by 3, trying to gain some control of the pace of play. They'll stretch this one past the red line. Was a little bit out ahead of Tate Noble. The Red Knights through neutral, back into the offensive zone. Banked off the end boards. for a drive that'll go wide of the net by Theo Toft. It comes down into the near side corner. 6:45 to go here in the third period, and we get a whistle with a 4-1 Red Knights lead, and looks like a penalty will be coming here.
I think they're going to get both of them here for roughing. I mean, this is the one part where the refs are doing a good job. They're taking control of it now, saying we're not going to tolerate this. Get you both down, sit down for 2 minutes and cool off.
Absolutely. As we will have a face-off deep in the Jaguars zone. 6:45 to go. We'll stay 5-on-5. Face-off played into the near side corner. The Knights carry it around, drop it back to the point. The drive that's saved by Sipes up into the far side corner. Played back to the point in front of the Jaguar bench. It's poked back out to neutral and gathered back in and carried in by Ferris. Ferris with a shot in the pad save. Well, that went offside, and the Red Knights touch up, and we will have a face-off in the neutral zone with 6:09 to go here in regulation.
I believe they called them. I thought they signaled roughing. It sounded like they said slashing for both. So, regardless, it doesn't really matter. You're still down for 2 minutes and a whistle. Which, as you know, and you've seen before, that can turn into about a 4-minute penalty sometimes too.
Absolutely, and that can be a big difference in some of these tighter games. The Jaguars control the face-off. They'll bank it ahead. It'll work its way deep into the Red Knight zone with 6 minutes to play in the game. The Jaguars trying to gain control of it in their own zone. Now they will work it out through neutral as Jack Teskey carrying it in. Just pushed wide of the net and then covered up by Shoemaker with 5:43 remaining in the game. 4-1, Red Knights leading it.
Pace has picked up a little bit, definitely a little bit more faster pace. And I would imagine that's kind of where Benilde wants to play. They don't want to play slow pace. They like that clock moving. Jefferson wants it stopped so they have some chances.
Absolutely, as this one is poked around the net toward the near side. Red Knights through neutral ice. They'll dump it down through the corner. It'll work its way behind the net. 5:27 to play in the game. 4-1, Red Knights with the lead. A shot that's blocked in out front. It went off the skate of Gaddy on the shot. It's loose behind the net penalty coming here against the Red Knights. So the Jaguars will go on a late power play, trying to get a goal to get back in this game. 5:12 remaining in the game. As Gaddy will head to the penalty box.
Looks like both teams, neither team's been able to punch one in here on the power play. Each team 0 for 1, so it could be a big first for Jefferson here to get right back in this thing.
Face off, played down through the near side corner. So the Jaguars 0 for 1 on the power play. And we flipped wide of the net by Ringquist. Down and cleared the length of the ice. Under 5 minutes to play here in regulation. As Reed Ringquist will pick it up. So he'll drop it back behind him. As Rassaband into the offensive zone. He'll try to work his way through the near side corner. Rassaband still with the puck as now he's forced off of it in the near side corner. As Gansky drops it back to the blue line for a shot and a save by Shoemaker. 4.5 minutes to play here in the game. 1:15 in the Jefferson power play. It's back out at neutral ice and into the offensive zone. Just getting tied up from behind was Schliesman, or he may have had a shorthanded opportunity. The Red Knights able to clear it. 55 seconds in the power play. As we go under 4 minutes to go in the game. Red Knights still leading it by 3 at 4-1. They bring it around toward Ringquist, who will drop it back behind him.
Not
Ringquist up in the offensive zone. Go ahead, John.
Not quite what you want to be. You don't want to be cycling around down here if you're Jefferson on your power play. You can't do much down there because you can't get a goal from there.
Oh, no, you can't. And they need 3 of those things to get back in this game. And the clock running down, 3.5 minutes to play. The Red Knights back out at neutral ice. Into the offensive zone. Here's Dockman circling. Dockman tried to drop it behind him. 5 seconds to go now in the power play. As the Red Knights come back to full strength as Seitz holds on to this one with 3:10 to go. And those coincidental minors have also come to an end. And we have empty penalty boxes for the first time in several minutes.
Yeah, I don't see anything yet, but I don't know if we're going to have quite as big of a show as we had last night for the intros for this game. That was pretty cool last night.
Those of you who missed it, we had a game last night between Southwest Christian Richfield and Minnesota River. It was, all the bells and whistles. As the Jaguars play it back into the Red Knight zone. 2:45 to play here in regulation as it's played up toward the far side. Now the Red Knights through neutral as it's carried in through and then shot wide and held on to. A.J. Pauley put that one in, and we'll have a whistle with 2:36 and a little more pushing and shoving as one of the Jefferson players getting a little bit frustrated, I think, with how this game has gone.
I tell you, you're starting to see that kick in a little bit for Jefferson. They've only got one in. They've got their fair share of opportunities. You can just start seeing it a little bit. They're playing a little more frustrated with things.
The Jaguars play it up toward the far side. 2-on-2 the other way. Into the offensive zone is A.J. Wong. As Wong is separated from the puck by a couple of hits. The Red Knights will get it out to neutral ice. Could have been a 2-on-1, but Ferris couldn't get the puck on his stick. The puck is still loose. The Red Knights players want a penalty there for a trip, and they're not going to get one with 2:04 to go in the game.
And actually, instead, they're going to get the Benilde guy for arguing with the ref. He's going to have to go down 2 minutes there. It's one of those things where you just don't say anything.
At this level, it certainly isn't going to be tolerated much at all. .204 to play here in regulation, and the Jaguars are going to take their timeout. So, John, what do you think we have to look forward to in the varsity matchup between Jefferson and the Red Knights?
I mean, the one thing you notice with, and you got to look at it, especially this year, up and down high school hockey, is, Jefferson has a lot fewer wins. They're below 500. But this year, the way that Jefferson's playing in this game, they're playing a little more with a little bit more speed. Benilde's been a little bit more physical. But especially in games like that, where two completely different contrasting styles, teams going in completely in a different direction, that's usually when the team that you don't expect to do much pulls one off.
We'll have that to look forward to. That should be coming up about a half hour after the conclusion of this game, which is about 2:04 away. So this evening we also have Edina Eden Prairie on MN Hockey TV. I believe that game should start about 7:15. The start time listed for 7 o'clock, but it's Eden Prairie, so you know they're not going to start that until about 7:15 at the earliest.
Well, they got moved back to 7:30 now because the girls' game before it. So then they got to play the JV game and then the varsity game. So that time's already changed.
Oh my.
This one we should get going pretty close to, I would say, 7 o'clock here in St. Louis Park. But we'll keep an eye on that for you too.
The Red Knights clear at the length of the ice off the face-off. Under 2 minutes to play in the game. A little incident as Seitz accidentally knocked down his own player. That was Gordy Gombold.
2 minutes for tripping there.
You get a penalty for tripping your own man. 1:35 to go here in regulation. to be in the power play. Now 1:35 in regulation. Here's Guerin. Guerin trying to stuff it under sights, but he makes a good save, closing off the 5-hole. It's played in deep here by Gansky. That'll work around the net. 1:20 to play in the game. As a power play goal here for the Jaguars. We'll get it to 4-2. It'll be Aiden Rassaband on the power play marker. That'll get the Jaguars to within 4-2 and possibly now an empty net situation if they're able to gain the face-off and gain the offensive zone.
That was one of those weird ones there where he looked like more he was trying to pass it and it just kind of deflected off the goalie and in the back of the net. I don't think the goalie was expecting it.
Baldwin gets it into the offensive zone for the Red Knights. Drops it behind him as the Jaguars will work it through neutral. Here's Ringquist into the offensive zone as we'll get an offside whistle. With exactly 1 minute remaining in the game. 4-2 Red Knights leading the Jaguars.
And this is where you got to start. With about a minute or so left, you got to start keeping your eye there on sights in the background for Jefferson. See when he's going to start coming, if they're going to pull him.
We got another whistle with 55.5.
Scoring for the Jaguars, 35 in the third. Aiden Rassaband.
Girls JV game, we saw a weird, it was 2-2. And about 30 seconds left in the third period, and Benilde pulled their goalie and played 6-on-5 in a tie game.
Wow, that's very risky. Very risky maneuver there for the Red Knights, but we got a whistle here with 44.6 to go.
Sight still in goal there, so no sign of him coming out yet. If I was Jefferson, I'd pull him. They're down in their own offensive end. They're in their offensive end.
Indeed, Sights will stay in the net as the Red Knights force it back to the neutral zone. Banked off the boards in front of the scorer's table as the Jaguars trying to play it ahead as Ringquist gets it into the offensive zone. It'll be covered up with 27.8 remaining in regulation.
The weird part is, though, Patrick, I haven't even seen the coaches look at the scoreboard or sights yet to try to tell them. They're just kind of, looks like they're just going to try to play this one out.
Sure looks like it, 27.8. Still a 2-goal game. And Sights remains in the net for another offensive zone face-off with a shot blocked wide of the net, and we'll get another whistle, and this one will come into the neutral zone.
Well, we got a power play coming here for Benilde for a slashing penalty there on number 10.
Colton Gansky, I didn't see the penalty call, but officials will put him in there to likely end the afternoon for him. 23.6 to go. Comes down into the near side corner. Played around up toward the far side.
Penalty for the Jaguars, 14:37 in the third.
15 seconds to go.
Gansky, 2 minutes for slashing. That's 10. Colt Gansky, 2 minutes for slashing.
Played back out to neutral ice. Comes down to the red line as it's chipped into the Red Knight zone with 3 seconds remaining. And we will run the clock out. Or no, we won't, because they let it run down to 0.2 and then they stopped it.
There should have definitely been more time than 0.2 on there. It should have been about a
It should have been
a second or two at least.
Yeah, a second or 2.5. They're just going to end the game, though. It appears as the
32 Vince Ferris, 2 minutes for left. That's Ferris, 2 minutes for
Well, they're
left.
just going to end the game here with 0.2 left, which seems, that was kind of the debate was they just, they could have stopped it at 2 seconds and they just let it kept running and then they stopped it at 0.2 and now they're just going to run the rest of the clock out. So the Red Knights win it by a score of 4-2. Stay tuned. We'll have varsity action, Jefferson and Red Knights coming up in about a half hour.